From a very young age, I wanted to be a chef because I realized I wasn't a good ballerina, so. My name's Lauren Marshall. I own Real Fake Meats, which is the first vegan butcher shop in Atlantic Canada. I've always loved food. My grandfather was a chef in the Royal Canadian Navy. I just have always enjoyed being around it, learning about it, going to the grocery store with my mother and discovering new ingredients and trying to cook with them. Smoky tofu mushroom burgers. I went to culinary school in PEI and I learned traditional French cooking and transitioned that into vegan cooking where it's really my passion. Definitely grew up on a meat and potatoes kind of diet, but I slowly realized that it wasn't really for me and I felt better when I ate vegetables. The idea for Real Fake Meats really started at home, creating a donair for my friend for his birthday into realizing that people kind of want to buy a product like this. Before we had a product to sell, only an idea, we started a website and an Instagram page and just started posting pictures of things. We were then contacted by news media, so we realized we actually had to start creating the product to sell because we were getting a lot of buzz about the product. And it sold out in 24 hours. We sold 100 units in a day and a half. So they needed donair meat and I needed to figure out the quickest way I could put a kitchen in and make it for them. The excitement around the product, it gave me full confidence towards kind of creating this business that is now my baby, I guess. My mother passed away a few years ago now, and there was a little bit of money that was left for me, and I guess my mom always taught me to kind of be good with my money and save my money, and I did hold on to that very tightly and not use it and pretend it didn't exist. So when Real Fake Meats kind of came to me and I wanted a kitchen, I knew I had a little bit to start off of. I mean, obviously not everything that I needed, but enough of a cushion to make me feel comfortable about kind of creating the infrastructure that Real Fake Meats is now. There's so many little things that you don't think about, and it's like how expensive your power bill's gonna be when there's how many fridges do I have? 7 fridges in this 500 square foot unit. So what the cost of running a massive oven is compared to something in your own home. We did do crowdfunding. I said, if you want to buy me an oven, I'll need $5,000. And so we're friends with the people that own a business down the street called The Nook. And we did a trade, so we traded meat, and that's how I got my oven. People knew that there was certain equipment that we needed and reached out to us, so that was a pretty neat way to get something that we didn't think we would get in that sort of way. So the barter system, we're going really old school. I wanted new restaurant equipment because I've been a chef for 15 years and I've seen so many broken fridges and dishwashers, and I did not have the money to buy brand new restaurant equipment. I did have to lease them, and so it is a process, but lucky for me, and lucky I had the mother I did who taught me to pay my bills. I had good credit, therefore I was able to lease through a private leasing company to get the equipment that I have and be where I am. The bacon pays our rent, you gotta make bacon, but it totally pays our rent because when we first opened, we were only able to make a couple products and we grew from there. So the first month we actually sold 5,000 packs of bacon. Which no one would have thought you would sell that much bacon at a vegan butcher shop. It's the donair when you come into the shop, and myself or my wonderful chef Gwen makes this donair and warms it up and makes it so perfectly and wraps it in the tin foil. You get that traditional Halifax feel. It's probably what we steer the meat lovers to and kind of hook them on that. I like to just make really good food and try to get as many people to try it as possible. It just happens to be vegan. The best piece of advice, I guess, is doing things yourself. Every time you make a larger purchase, you're on the hook for it as a small business owner, and because your business hasn't been existent for a super long time, I'm my own guarantor. But there's so much pride and happiness to be my own boss. I wanted just to achieve a really safe, and a healthy work environment and sharing, the benefits of working at a fun, successful business. We have a very small space and we try to do as much as we can out of this small space. Of course, we want to grow the business and we want to have another kitchen where we can produce things in a larger environment on a larger scale with potentially better equipment. Larger stores want our product. Of course, we want to give it to them, but making sure that we're really ready and the product is ready and the staff is ready and the labels are ready, and there's many things that you need to think about. So not giving everything everyone wants, but making sure you're doing what you want and what you need at that time. One thing I'm really proud of that we just did was give all of our employees a nice raise and living wage. So that was a goal that I had from when I started the business, and I was finally able to achieve it in the last couple weeks. Paying people wages that they can truly live off of and be happy about. And then the goal would be to give myself that raise soon too.